And when I'm hearing it from this side, I can't focus on what the minister and Mr. Brock are talking about, okay? So I said that right at the onset, and I was going to enforce it, and I did.
On that same point of order, Chair?
On the same point of order, go ahead, Ms. Khalid.
I just respectfully like to ask you, why is it that you only hear it from this side and never from any other party?
That is banned by the ethics laws for any minister to engage in a management capacity or an operational capacity. You could have had a staffer reach out to Anderson. You could have simply told the courier company, I got nothing to do with the company, deal with Anderson, go pound salt, not my responsibility. You chose to take matters into your own hands to deal directly with Mr. Anderson. Those are the uncontroverted facts. Now, you're also relying upon the fact that you exercised your due diligence with this committee and your due diligence with the Ethics Commissioner. I asked you specifically to provide us with details, all your text messages on all your devices. You failed to do that, Minister. You gave this committee only one set of records pertaining to one device. I was led to believe you told the Ethics Commissioner you had two devices. Again, the Ethics Commissioner is not an investigator. They don't have investigative powers like law enforcement. They can't obtain production orders on service providers to verify what you are saying. So the Ethics Commissioner has to take it on good faith that you're being honest. I've got some serious reservations about your honesty, as do Canadians. So, will you provide this committee with all text records on all your devices? And tell us how many devices you had in your possession in the fall of 2022.
Mr. Chair, will you give me 2.5 minutes to respond?
We have to
There's only one
question. I think it was a very simple question. Mr. Brock was commenting.
It was a 2.5-minute question.
I realize that, but it was a very simple question. I'm going to ask you to answer the question, and then I'm going to go to Mr. Housefather.
Mr. Brock, the information that you cited in your monologue was reviewed by the Ethics Commissioner. I'm not the Randy in question. It is not me. It's not possible for it to be me. That is in the Commissioner's letter of September 12th. He considers this matter closed. And look, I'm at the committee's disposal, and I provided the committee with information that it required of me.
Minister, will you provide us with full information?
That's time then.
Will you provide us with, what are you hiding, Minister?
So, just relax.
What are you hiding?
Minister,
I've never seen you do that to anyone else.
No, because when I get you in my ear over here and I'm trying to listen to what's going on, then I can't focus on the questioning, Ms. Khalid. Okay, so, Minister, I'm going to ask you on behalf of Mr. Brock. You've been asked a very specific question about the devices. Are there any other devices that you can provide to the committee, sir?
No, Mr. Chair, because I provided all text messages across all devices for the dates in question across all platforms as asked by the committee.
Mr. Housefather for 5 minutes.
Point of order before we go to Mr. Housefather.
On your point of order, go ahead.
Telling a member to relax, I think, is inappropriate, sir, as a chair.
I think I said right at the onset, Mr. Fisher, and I appreciate the challenge, that it's difficult when there's cross-talk that's going on. And so I'm trying to listen to the conversation that's going on. And when I'm hearing it from this side, I can't focus on what the minister and Mr. Brock are talking about, okay? So I said that right at the onset, and I was going to enforce it, and I did.
On that same point of order, Chair?
On the same point of order, go ahead, Ms. Khalid.
I just respectfully like to ask you, why is it that you only hear it from this side and never from any other party?
I think I did that the other day, actually. I think I heard it from the other day. Yeah, you might want to review the tapes, Ms. Khalid. Mr. Housefather,
if we were going to start counting, then I think that the tally
review the
would
tapes,
show.
and you'll see how I acted the other day when I heard it coming from this side. On the point of order, Mr. Barrett, go ahead. We've got to go to Mr. Housefather.
Chair, I think that it's an unacceptable practice in any committee to have member staff or House officer staff making audible interventions to over top of members of the committee or the chair of the committee or a witness of the committee. And so perhaps a gentle reminder to staff who are here from House officers from the government that if they're interested in intervening at this committee, they can put their name forward to appear as a witness, or they can run for Parliament. They're not to yell over top of us.
I've dealt with that issue before a couple of times, and that's a good reminder to all staff that are here.